I can't remember who dropped what and who, but that was in the same spot. I think it was David maybe on Jim.
Dad was walking along when we went there. The first night we went there, Dad was walking along the verge, the grass, what he thought was the grass, and he disappeared. And I'm looking all over for him. He'd gone down into the... There was no grass, there was only the grass, nothing, just a drop. Because as I say, the had been
eroded away, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was David and Jim. If I remember correctly, it was Jim. David was down, and I remember a big stone falling in one of the two of their heads. Do you remember that?
No.
No, I don't know.
There's so many things.
Okay, so what happened? Then there was.
He ran into that.
That was Strond. What was the next stop?
We. I don't know how we got to know about it, but it was Ranish was the next stop.
Was that Ranish?
That was Ranish. Ranish.
Ranish.
R-A-N-I-S-H.
No,
Ranish.
they said Ranish.
All our goods and chattels were put in an open lorry. Hay boxes, we still had them, brooders, everything. And
that was the Ranish cottage was Hurricane Flora's.
that's right.
It was her cottage.
That's it. We called her Hurricane Flora because she was a holy terror. Hurricane Flora, remember? And someday we used to have, of course, chickens in the house. Tails, the brooders. And somebody had told her this. They'd be looking in the window, they would see them, you see. And they couldn't keep them outside, or they would have pinched them anyway. But somebody comes racing down the road. Hurricane Flora's coming, Hurricane Flora's coming. So we didn't know what we were going to do, because we had brooders, about 100 day-old chicks, and the brooders in the room, the bedroom. So we didn't know what we were going to do. So Dad said, well, what we'll do is, we'll do the same as what we do with the canaries, we'll cover them. So we took a big cover and covered them up. Quiet, dead quiet. And she's sitting on the chair like there, and she's going like this to try and see if you can see anything. Somebody reported us and told us, you see. So she went and she had what they call, I think they made most of their furniture themselves, looked at, and they had a bed. It was just made of like 4 posts and a
mattress?
No, and the mattress was laid on like boards. So it was fixed to the wall, but I couldn't get. So I unfixed it and put it into the other room, and we got a bed settee. And when she came, we'd shifted our heirloom. They used to have the loom in the house, you see.
In Ranish?
Ranish belonged to Hurricane Flora, but it was her husband's, she was a widow. It was her husband's croft, people's croft, and it was left to him. But she had a croft of her own.
Next door?
No.
Another one?
Ness, was it Ness? Away in Ness, which is a long, long way away.
Mm-hmm.
And she had left that to her daughter. But anyway, she let this one to us. And when we arrived, it was dark, of course, with all our goods and chattels. We were told that there was a water at the door.
At the door, yeah. Yeah, tell me about it.
We couldn't find no water, and we went away up. They went up with pails and things to the next house, because it was dark. Asked if we could have some water, so we got some water there till we could find them. Here it was a well away down the garden.
So that was, who was all in Ranish? There was Jim, David, Donald. Donald was in Ranish because I can remember Donald with his guitar.
Donald,
I used to play his guitar, that's where I started.
Jim, David and Andy, Philip. And
that little
Andy
house.
and Jim slept in the middle room because nobody would put up with Jim for men. That
and
was
that.
he was the tenant. See, in Tenebruch, Jim had the habit of it. The big lad used to go on Dad's land, and the more it got on Dad's nails, the more it did it. But I knew he was standing up. That right? Pop.
No, don't worry about that.
Well, she's round the bend right enough.
Don't worry about that. So, you know what my memories of
Going to school.
Ranish was my first day at school.
Mm-hmm.
That
And the
was
crows.
when I drove down that road, you know, with the video on. You saw it in the video there with Brian. When it was like flashback, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, you know what? I remembered my memories. Not that many of them. One of them was coming down. I think it was Effie, and I'm sure it was Christmas Day. Coming down that hill on the pedal bike, and I was sitting on the crossbar.
Right.
And I
Shoot
think my
the pedal.
feet, or sitting on the handlebars or something, and my feet went, or my laces or something,
Mm-hmm.
went into the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And accident, you know.
Mm.
And I came off and was all cut and grazed,
Mhm.
and I remember, I don't know where it came from, but all of a sudden I remember the truck, I can still see the truck. It was one of these tow trucks, about this size,
Mm-hmm.
with, that was a sort of soothing factor. This truck appeared. And then the other time was the guy next door, he was always away. I was actually telling this to David.
He was in the Merchant Navy or something.
Something like that. And they took me in one day or something, and I was having salt herring and potatoes, the traditional
That's
dish.
what Jim loves.
Yeah. And I choked on the you know, the potatoes, they didn't boil them soft, they were quite hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I choked. That was terrible. And then, of course, the other great memories of Ranish is setting the holes on fire with David. And Jim, you know, Jim, I think maybe you still call it today, was the firebug. And it was Ranish, wasn't it, up in the hill, Shawnee Vitter.
I
The
was
ginger.
going to say, what was the name of the boy?
Shawnee Vitter.
Yeah.
I was getting it was
He
David
was,
that remembered.
Illegitimate.
Yeah?
And they gave him another, like, poor thing. Used to have to sort of hide because he was illegitimate. But
But remember, he stayed was that his mum he stayed with?
the red hair one was his mum, but his mum stayed with his gran.
Because,
But his gran would be dead by now, I was expecting.
yeah, because when I was there with Brian, I drove up there to I've got it on video,
Mm-hmm.
and they built the house, but you can see all the houses there.
Mm-hmm.
They've got the new house, like our old house, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and the old house,
Mm-hmm.
and it's tradition that
Keep the old one.
they don't knock it down, and you know,
Till it falls down.
they've got it, yeah, it's got to fall down. And Shawnee Vitter's old house is standing there, and there was very little thatched cottages in up there. One or two.
Ashamed of them, I think, the thatched cottages.
Yeah, and I was
Don't
hoping
want
that maybe,
people to think that they lived in
but
those
that's,
things.
yeah, it's so beautiful up in Ranish. Now what
Well,
happened?
coming down from Johnny Vitter's, down,
Oh, that view.
down towards
You remember that view?
Beautiful.
I've got the video.
And that's where the
Piper.
boat came past.
You remember the
playing
fireballs?
bagpipes.
The fireballs. You remember that, Dad? The fireballs.
No, don't remember. What was that?
Balls of fire that came in across. You remember that?
No, don't remember.
Oh.